Good evening and welcome to the Paulding County Board of Commissioners October 22nd, 2013 board meeting. We've got a lot of guests here tonight, so thank you for being here. I'm trying to look around the room and see if we have any other elected officials. Mayor Debbie, Mayor Hiram, thank you for being here. Anyone else that I'm missing? Okay, thank you all for being here. For invocation and pledge, invocation will be Pastor Lee Mabry with Grace Point Church. Pastor, if you'll come forth to the lectern, and then I believe we gave you some space to operate in today. And then we will have the presentation of colors by the Boy Scout Troop 687. So will you stand with me if you're able?
Let's pray together. And Father, I want to thank you on behalf of everyone in this room this evening for the wonderful and beautiful day you gave us. And God, I want to thank you for the privilege to be able to live in Paulding County. It's a beautiful place with, God, just a lot of very special people. And Father, I want to thank you especially tonight for community leaders who see the importance and, God, even the need to begin a meeting like this by acknowledging who you are and, God, pray and beseeching you for your guidance and assistance in any and all business and discussions that take place tonight. God, we also thank you for our nation. And God, as we get ready to pledge allegiance to this country, we pray that your favor and your grace and mercy would be outpoured upon this land and upon each of us here tonight. And that God, as it said of one of the kings of old, that Father, when it comes to decisions and choices tonight, that each and every person would just simply do what is right. And that you would guide us in that, for we ask this in your name. Amen. Amen. Scouts forward march. Post the colors. Scouts, attention. Salute. Pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
2. Right face. Scouts, retreat.
Go and give them a hand.
Thank you, everybody.
That's our future leaders, and God bless you. Pastor, thank you very much. Minutes, action on October the 8th, 2013 work session minutes and October 8th, 2013 board meeting minutes are available for your review. Do I hear a motion?
Motion to approve.
Second. Motion second. Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Carries 4-0. Announcements. The Board of Commissioners would like to present BOC Week Proclamation to our school system, and I think this is to, I've got here Jerry Rogers. Is there other people that we're talking about?
Yes, sir. All 5 high schools are represented. Ms. Pace from Paulding High School, Ms. McCoy from North Paulding, Ms. Fordell from East Paulding, and Ms. Covington from South Paulding. All of these are future health care providers that we have in our education system in Paulding County.
If y'all will come up here and stand up in the front, I've got a proclamation to read for you.
Okay, thank you, sir.
I'm saying this correct, HOSA.
Yes, sir, HOSA, it's the agency that they gave us that name.
Fantastic. Whereas HOSA Future Health Professionals is a career and technical student organization for high school and post-secondary students who plan to pursue a healthcare career. And whereas HOSA serves as a pipeline of future health professionals. And whereas HOSA provides a strong foundation for preparing tomorrow's healthcare professionals through skill development, leadership opportunities, and community service. Whereas health science education and HOSA support and encourage students whose interests lie in pursuing a health care career, thereby helping to alleviate a national shortage of health care workers. And whereas HOSA promotes the development of responsible citizenship, personal integrity, and compassion for humanity. Now, therefore, I, David A. Austin, Chairman of the Paulding County Board of Commissioners, do hereby proclaim November 6th through 12th, 2013, as HOSA Week in Paulding County, and urge the citizens to recognize and encourage Paulding's future health professionals. Let's recognize them if y'all would. Would any of y'all like to speak on HOSA's behalf? And
Go ahead, Ms. Pat, you just sing one.
HOSA is a club that has
if you
been,
would go to the lectern, I don't there for the picture on the house.
You're like me, you don't need it.
HOSA is a club that has been established just for the healthcare science classes for the state of Georgia. All these high schools are very productive in HOSA, and we urge our students to join HOSA, and they compete in state competitions and national competitions where they go and compete against other people in the same areas that they're in. It also gives chances for our students to get scholarships and our instructors to get scholarships. One of our teachers here tonight, Ms. McCoy, received a scholarship from HOSA to finish her master's degree in nursing, so education. So it's a great opportunity for our students to learn from people that are very professional and want good health care in our areas, and we're happy to be HOSA members. Thank y'all for having us.
I don't know if y'all noticed or not, but we did have one of the Raleigh girls among us. And I can remember the day and the time where they actually went out and made house calls. So I grew up with their brother Sammy, probably each of us eating each meal together, and their dad, Dr. Brawley, performing house calls. So we've come a long way. Thank you. There are no invited guests, no bid awards, reports from committees and departments. There's none. Consent agenda, action on 2 consent agenda items. Do I hear a motion?
Motion to approve.
Second. Motion second. Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Carries 4-0. There's no old business. Under new business, action to authorize the chairman to execute the temporary right of entry and maintenance agreement with Whitfield County. Do I hear a motion?
Motion to approve. Second.
Motion second, Mr. Pownell. Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Carries 4-0. Number 2, action to adopt resolution 13-37, a supplemental resolution of the Board of Commissioners of Paulding County, Georgia, to approve the bond resolution of Paulding County Airport Authority as supplemented authorizing the issuance of Paulding County Airport Authority Revenue Bond, Paulding Northwest Atlanta Airport Project, Series 2013, in the principal amount of $3,600,000, to authorize the execution of a contract between the county and the authority, to authorize the chairman and other officials and officers and officials of the county to take such further actions as necessary to confirm the issuance and delivery of the revenue bond described herein and for other purposes. Do I hear a motion?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion and second. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Aye.
It passes 3-1. Number 3, action to adopt resolution 13-38A, supplemental resolution of the Board of Commissioners of Paulding County, Georgia, to approve the bond resolution of Paulding County Industrial Building Authority as supplemented authorizing the issuance of the Paulding County Industrial Building Authority Revenue Bond, Paulding County Project Series 2013, in the principal amount of $4,625,000, to authorize the execution of a contract between the county and the authority, to authorize the chairman and officers and officials of the county to take such further action as necessary to confirm the issuance and delivery of the revenue bond described herein and for other purposes. Do I hear a motion?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion and second. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Carries 4-0. Number 4, action to adopt resolution 13-39, a resolution of the Board of Commissioners of Paulding County, Georgia, authorizing and adopting post-issuance of compliance policies and procedures for governmental tax exempt bonds. Do I hear a motion?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion is second. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Carries 4-0. Number 5, action to approve the Shepherd's Rest Service Agreement for the fiscal year 2014. Do I hear a motion?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion is second. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Carries 4-0. We do have items from the 2 o'clock Planning Commission. That happened today at 2. 2013-4-LUP, application by Nadine D. Holcomb for a renewal land use permit on approximately 20.69 acres for a hair salon and existing accessory structure. Property is located in land lots 49 and 50, District 1, Section 3, west side of State Route 61, aka Villarica Highway, north of Coal Creek Road, 7328 Villarica Highway. This is in post 2. Recommendation for approval is 6-0 and 1. Do I hear a motion?
Motion to approve. Second.
Motion second. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Carries 4-0. 2013-8-SUP, application by TMX Finance LLC for a special use permit on approximately 2.872 acres for a title pawn shop for automobiles only. Property is located in land lots 147 and 150, District 19, Section 2, south side of Hillside Trace, north of State Route 120, aka Charles Hardy Parkway, west of Aspen Drive, 59 Hillside Trace. This is in post 1. Recommendation for approval is 4, 2, and 1 with 2 stipulations. Do I hear a motion?
Motion to approve with the 2 stipulations.
Second.
Motion is second. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Carries 4-0. 2013-09-SUP, application by Grace Point Church of Dallas Incorporated for a special use permit on approximately 4.285 acres for a church on less than 5 acres. Property is located in land lot 824, District 3, Section 3, west of Dallas Ackworth Highway, north of Somerset Drive, 7915 Dallas Ackworth Highway. This is in post 4. Recommendation for approval is 5-0 and 2 with 2 stipulations. Do I hear a motion?
Motion to approve with the 2 stipulations.
Second.
Motion and second, any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Carries 4-0. 2013-16-Z, application by Debbie Marsh to rezone approximately 4.283 acres from R2 Suburban Residential District to B1 General Business District for professional medical offices. Property is located in land lot 332, District 2, Section 3, on the southeast side of State Route 120, aka Charles Hardy Parkway, south of State Route 360, aka Macklin Road, 950 and 1008 Charles Hardy Parkway. This is in Post 1. Recommendation for approval is 6-0-1 with 8 stipulations. Do I hear a motion?
Motion to approve with 8 stipulations. Second.
Second. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
I'll abstain. Passes 3-0-1. 2013-15-Z, application by C.O. Marsh to rezone approximately 5.933 acres from R2 Suburban Residential B2 Highway Business District for a farm garden supply business. Property is located in land lot 851, District 2, Section 3, on the east side of State Route 61, Billerica Highway, and south of State Road 120 connector Hiram City Road, 3363 Billerica Highway. This is in Post 3. Recommendation for approval is 4-2-1 with 11 stipulations. Do I hear a motion?
I make a motion that we table this until the December 10th Board of Commissioners meeting.
I second.
Motion is second. Any discussion? Is the applicant aware of this?
That's why they're not here.
Any other discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Carries 4-0. That's the conclusion of our regular business session. There's no executive session. We have 2 citizens wishing to speak. First, we have Mr. John Foster for right-of-way maintenance. Mr. Foster, you come to the lectern, please. Is there a page there to sign? Is there a page there for him to sign? We have 5 minutes, sir, so you have 5 minutes, so.
5 minutes?
Yes, sir.
I have made out copies for each one of you gentlemen. I live in West Fork of Mount Moriah Plantation subdivision, just north of Households Road in Dallas, Georgia. And we have tried for 6 to 7 years now to get the right-of-ways cut in our subdivision that are vacant lots. But the thing is, from the light pole out to the curb, the pasture, weeds and grass are 7 feet tall. And you're looking at 4.5 feet of hanging over the curb line, which we just had our private contractor, the county, come out. He was 400 feet within entering our subdivision, and he didn't come in and cut. I have been in business with 2 different counties in the city, operated heavy equipment. I've even talked to Russ, whatever his name is, in person, 4 or 5 different occasions. Bring the bush hog out there, I'll operate it. I'll pay for the diesel. I'll be more than happy to. It's just, it's so unsafe for all of this to be hanging over in the street. We can't even find our fire hydrants. We can't find any signs. These are vacant lots, but we're not asking the county to clear the lots. We're just asking them to cut the right-of-ways, okay? Which, you're from the center of the road over to your nearest light pole is 25 feet, so many inches. Well, if you've got 5 feet of hedge and all that hanging over the curb, that eliminates where people walk with baby strollers. You've got wild animals, you've got snakes, you've got all this other kind of stuff. We cannot enjoy our evenings with our children. We can't even drive up this road. If you put a vehicle in the center of the road, you're looking at 3.5 feet on each side just for the vehicle to drive up the road, okay? So you're looking at 5 feet of stuff hanging over. We have a TCI contractor that has been trimming back power lines and stuff like that on Alpharine Road. But when you get 400 feet within close to the subdivision, why not just come on in there and knock out this amount of, I've got it measured out with a surveyor stick to, please bear with me. We're looking at 1,700, we're looking at 3,131 feet total, which is an estimate of needing maintain, weed, all signs, underground utilities that are involved, curb lines, blowing off all debris, street lights, poles, and street signs. There's several street signs we don't have even to watch for children, or even for any type of warning signs. So if a child gets out there and gets hit, what's their parent going to do? They're going to come back against the county because there's no warning signs out there. There's no speed limit signs. I asked to speak to the council tonight because for the past 6 years, I've met with Russ, I don't know his last name, but I spoke with Russ on 5 or 6 different occasions, and all I get is we're 19th on the list, or I call a particular person at the road department, and they say, we don't think we're doing subdivisions right now, we're just doing roadways. Well, when you go to move heavy equipment on a lowboy, that's a minimum of $4,000 that it costs to load that equipment up on that trailer and move it to the next job site, you see. And, you know, we can spend $4,000 some other way if they'll just come in there. So we don't have a gate. The subdivision has been accepted by the county because there's that F-topping mix that's over the final finish of all the streets. There's catch basins, or should I say retention ponds, where the curb is broken, the water comes down and it's filtrate around the catch basins to where that's washing out the road underneath. We have 4 school buses that come in every day. The weight of the school bus, road collapse. I don't know what to say about the children, you know, but I have it all written down. I have the measurements and all this. I'll be more than happy to provide each one of you gentlemen with a copy of the measurements. We're talking snakes, we're talking bobcats, we're talking all this other, and even not even be able to see our fire hydrants if somebody wants to flip a cigarette out the window, roof. We're gone, you know. And
Mr. Foster, that is your 5 minutes, but if you would leave your phone number,
yes, sir.
Right there.
Yes, sir.
We will be back.
Okay. Can I give each one of you gentlemen a copy?
Absolutely. If you'll hand that right if it's there.
To Mr. Okay. Let me thank you for your time.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for coming to see us.
I also have the ACC committee gentleman here by the name of Dennis Steffi, which is in our subdivision in the green shirt there. He will be more than happy to fill in. He's been doing a lot of the phone calls. I don't have a computer and all that because I've been law enforcement all my life. I told her to go in and handcuff computers. You know, you hit a little button with your pinky, you're gonna slip off to Indonesia or something.
He understands that part about computers real well.
My 6-year-old hasn't helped me, so.
It's scary.
Yes,
It's
sir.
really scary.
Mr. Ross, can I speak for 1 minute or 2, whatever?
Well, you
Just-
really have to be on the agenda, but.
Okay, well, I thought, I was supposed to have been with him, but I just wanted to say I'd contacted, but there's a work order since June the 24th.
Okay.
First
I'll be
contact.
glad to speak with you.
Okay.
Even after the meeting.
All right.
I'll tell you what, let me get all this stuff out, and I'll come over and kneel down in front of the council. So the floor will be open. Thank you, Jim.
Thank you very much.
Now, we have Ms. Susan Wilkins with Economic Development.
Good evening.
Good evening.
On behalf of myself and my fellow Paulding County residents, I come before you today to discuss our county's economic development. I'll begin by saying that the commercialization of the airport and future economic growth are actually two separate issues that seem to have been rolled into one ever since you entered into an agreement with Propeller Investments, and rightfully so. But if we can step back a moment, I would like to say that our main opposition is to the commercialization of our airport and not economic growth. That does not mean we all are in favor of the proposed aviation-related businesses that Propeller Investments would like to bring to Paulding County, but it does mean we understand the value and need of economic growth for our county's prosperity. We want you to be clear about that. But we also want you to be clear on the fact that the county taxpayers are tired of having our tax dollars misused and wasted on one failed business venture after another. We realize, especially in today's economy, the challenges you face in attracting business to our county. However, no matter how challenging the task may be, it does not justify making what seems to be uninformed, poorly thought out decisions at the taxpayer's expense. From the failed movie studio in Hiram that cost the residents $5+ million to build just 2 years ago, to the 3 near-empty industrial parks that were created after 2 private investor parks went bust, we're very worried that you're leading us into an economic disaster with the airport expansion. And that's no exaggeration. You have given us little reason to trust your judgment, and now, due to the inappropriate way you've chosen to handle the airport deal, we have no reason to trust your word. Yes, it's true. There is available funding through the FAA that would reimburse a portion of the taxpayer-backed bonds should the airport be approved by them for commercialization. However, what happens if the airport is not approved? Or worse yet, if it takes off only to die later? Who's going to reimburse us and lower our tax load then? It's crucial the residents know that by law, once an airport goes commercial, it must be maintained as a functioning commercial airport open to the public, failed or not, under the FAA, until the FAA agrees to shut it down, which is always a long, drawn-out bureaucratic process. So guess whose names would be on the check if this commercial airport fails? Mine, yours, all the Paulding County residents. So I ask, have you really thought this through from every angle, or have you been swept away by visions of grandeur? You've given us no indication that any responsible governing has gone into this project, so we must assume that if it looks like a duck, it sounds like a duck, it is a duck, no matter how much lipstick you put on it. We believe there are other ways to grow our county that would bring economic growth and jobs to Paulding. Business that would not threaten our way of life, raise our taxes, lower our property values, or pit government and people against each other. There has got to be a middle ground that we can reach, especially since there has been no successful airports built in the U.S. for the last 20 to 30 years. So, on behalf of the Paulding County residents, I ask you once again to halt any further progress on the Silver Comet field until the citizens are better informed and are allowed to speak. We ask that you set your ambitions aside and handle the situation from here on out in a way that is fair to all Paulding residents. We urge you to regroup and fix this problem that you and your partners have created. I'll conclude on behalf of the Paulding County residents by thanking Todd Pownell for being an upstanding county commissioner who has not lost sight of his mission to serve and protect the Paulding County residents. Your efforts have not gone unnoticed, and we thank you.
Do I hear a motion to adjourn? Motion to adjourn. Second. All in favor? No comment. All in favor say aye. Aye. Aye.